Well, as we enter the holiday season, I like to think that virtual reality gives you a great value and a bang for your buck. And it's something I've been saying for years. You buy a headset and then the world opens up. And I'm going to be doing Beat Saber competition and Beat Saber and some pistol whip this week, maybe some synth rider and mixed reality, just to show you again how much can be done for not a lot of money. So what I would like to impart upon you as we get ready to work off some of the calories of the holidays and some of the nervousness of the holidays is that perhaps you consider sitting down with pen and paper. There are apps and all that, but first start with, what do I earn? What do I take home after taxes? And that'll be a different discussion because then you look at your net income and you say, okay, what are my current, obviously non-disposable expenses? You've got your mortgage, you've got perhaps childcare, you have food for sure, auto for sure, and maybe your auto payment is X, and you say, well, I can afford a better car, but before I do that, let me look at some other things. And that way, as the world around you changes, you are your own anchor, and you are your own power to do what you need to do for your priorities. They're nobody else's. So with that very loose segue into the incredible power of seeing the world around you and staying in shape and getting movement and being in awe and perhaps learning to relax a little bit and just escape through the power of the metaverse. I hope you will join me in this journey.
So now we're going to do BTS Dynamite. And the last one we put BTS means better to save. So let's go ahead and play on that word with BTS. All right, I think we're doing all right. What I'm going to try to do is do some notifications. So, but you still should subscribe and then put on announcements or something, which is pretty funny. Over time, I'll tell you about my business and how it relates to notifications. Anyway, so financing, better to save. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean you don't spend anything or you restrict? When you save first, you'll find a little bit of mental relief when you buy something, because you think, well, I'm already building towards the future, while I balance that with living with the present, right? So there are always trade-offs. And even if you put, in a ridiculous example, a penny away each day. I just saw an app, I don't know the app, but if they sponsor me, I'll review it, except if I don't know their name, I can't. Anyway, where it talks about watching your savings grow. And so I know there's tools out there that are free that will help you do exactly that. Having said that, wouldn't bother me if you subscribed to hear more, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So if you start with savings, just put savings aside. Later on, we're going to talk about the anatomy of a paycheck and taxes, because most people don't seem to understand why they make X and CX and then somehow magically still owe money on April 15th. But back to that. So today, it's just about better to save. Doesn't mean a lot, doesn't mean craziness, just means start the habit. You can always grab the money in an emergency, but I'm going to teach you how not to accept in extreme circumstances.
Thanks for continuing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so and activate announcements.
So next up, we're going to talk more about how to ensure that you don't ruin your entire year with holiday spending. You're going to live a disciplined but really enjoyable holiday, spoiling everybody that you need to spoil in the right way without spoiling your new year. See that guy up there? I think you see him. He's jumping for joy over this whole idea. He can't stop dancing because we're going to talk how to make your new year splendid without financial worry. Let me rephrase that. I can't do it. All I can do is talk you through it. It's up to you to decide whether that extra gift today is going to be remembered versus financial security.